if you look at it historically, you have to be fair. And that's what informs my commentary. I'm fair, at least as far as I'm concerned. When the North decided that power should move to the South, out of existential imperatives, Nigeria was burning, there was division, there was vociferity, the Southwest was threatening to get itself out of the country. The Northern political establishment said, look, to keep this country one, we need to let power go back to the South, and particularly to the Southwest, where someone won an election on June 12th, 1993, and was denied. And so in 1999, 98, 99, there was no major Northern politician who ran for office. So that the two major candidates for election were Olufala and Olusegun Obasanjo. At the North, predominantly voted for Olusegun Obasanjo. But he was just a year or two in office when Northern opposition started. And by 2003, although he was supposed to be there for 8 years, we put Buhari there as a very strong opposition. And of course, he defeated Buhari. But in 2007, when power went back to the North, there was no Southern opposition to Yaradua. There was no Southerner who contested against Yaradua. It was another Northerner. Of course, nature, had its own something. And when Buhari was in power for 8 years, there was no Southerner who came out to contest against him because there was a prevailing sentiment that it was a turn to the North. And most of the South voted for Atiku Abubakar. So a narrative is being created that whenever a Southerner is in power, there's an informal arrangement that 8 years of the South, 8 years for the North, but the North suffers from withdrawal symptoms from power, and it can't wait its own turn, and it wants to usurp power from the South. That narrative is building, and if it takes roots, it's not good for the nation. And that's why I suggested that even the Northern opposition, if they really want to be taken seriously, they should support a Southern opponent to Bola Tinubu, not another Northerner coming out to run, because this is supposed to be the turn for the South. And I know people say that's not democratic, but there's no universal application of democracy. In the United States, the presidential election is not a one-person, one vote system. It's an electoral college. So we need a democratic system that shows sensitivity to our cultural uniqueness. We're a patchwork of people.